Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, the swamp, where they say only Gators get out alive. And that seems to be even more true if it's under the lights. And that's where Florida is for this opener at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium as Florida will christen a new season tonight. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Stanford's offense will go to work first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes... That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Guys, let's talk just for a second about Stanford. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach is...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Stanford lines up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida's offense will get the ball for the first time. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement.
Breaks into the open. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
The Gators are flying down the field. runs through a tackle. Got enough for the first. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Pulls and fires complete. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pulls it and fires to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because
there he goes to the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Gives it on the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Coates. Turning it on. Oh, he got loose. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And just like they threw it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
You got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads. Trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute.
Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Ball. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of... And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This has to be some kind of trick. The punt team's on the field and they're in the red zone. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver. But if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense in the off bounds.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Pocket breaking down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I really don't understand the play call. Going like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive.
On the double. Here we go.
The give on the option. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's got 50 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wide receiver comes in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll take a shot. And the ball is knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
You got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to take off.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. At the 45 on his way. Lowers those pads. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Just keeps slinging it. Rushes on him, trying to escape and get it himself. Past the 30. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. There he goes. And into the end zone. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. They'll run the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And that is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Gators racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Montgomery. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
At the 32-yard line, offense facing 4th down.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking for room. It's Coates. Still on his feet at the 45. He's up to 81 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to run it. Got the first himself. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
After the run, now to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive earlier.
Gator! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Oh, he's got some space. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. They'll try to get the edge with a toss play here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the returner goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Leaves it with the back. At the 45 on its way. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Stanford, 0.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, and second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. And wings it incomplete.
I know one thing, the play didn't result in a good outcome, but I'm very impressed with the offensive line. Unbelievable job. Gave the quarterback plenty of time. Now let's see if they can adjust with the receivers running routes and maybe get somebody.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Unloads to the wide out. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He makes the grab. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Stanford to the line, trying to convert on 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Got his man downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. quick release on the RPO. Guys, let's take a big picture view of Stanton. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from Mills.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Williams looking for a man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosions.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Snags it over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there. Safeties are going to be there. So you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Zings it complete to the right.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They want that clock to run. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. and the returner is stopped.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From deep in their own territory, looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And here comes the punt team. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance.
Breaks into the open. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game.
All right, David, as someone that loves defense and sound defense, how would you evaluate their job fitting that?
To quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Defense is about making the ball go where you want it to go. Like guys doing their job and fitting it to the second-level player correctly. That was a clinic tape on what not to do.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season.